Polyphia is the most pointlessly controversial band. They're just this generation's old man yells at
Okay, I want to riff on this for a second and just share some thoughts, because a lot of what this guy's saying is definitely true. But ultimately, what he's doing is framing a narrative designed to discredit anybody who might have a valid criticism about that style of guitar playing. Ultimately, what we're facing here is the friction between two forces. One being technique as the art, and the other as being technique in service of the art. The former is often where guys like Tim Henson and Polyphia kind of operate. You know, they are pushing boundaries of the instrument. And it's incredibly impressive, but sometimes it starts to feel like the technique itself is the message. Like, hey, look what's possible now. And the latter approach with technique as the tool, that is where most emotionally resonant music tends to live. It's why a single note from a guy like Gilmour can feel like it holds infinitely more weight than, somebody playing a 30-second note suite. It's not about what's being played, but why. My personal perspective is that the more you delve into technicality for the sake of technicality, the further away you get from artistic expression, which is the point of music and guitar to begin with. It's virtuosity without soul. As far as tracing back guitar's heritage and history and identifying like, hey, these other people hated this player at this point in time because he was pushing technical boundaries, so hating this new thing, Polyphia, is the same. That's a narrow-sighted and lazy argument. That argument equates all criticism with resistance to progress, which is not true, and not all progress is equally meaningful in an artistic sense. Some guitar evolutions feel a lot more emotionally valid to somebody like me versus a guy tapping in 17/8. But somebody else might have another experience. Some innovations speak to the head and some innovations speak to the heart, and how you interpret that is entirely individualistic. And that's the point, because your whole argument is based around, hey, music is subjective, so how dare you criticize Polyphia just because you don't like the technical playing? Polyphia fans are valid, just like somebody saying this feels soulless to me is also valid. Because here's the crux, at its core, music is math, but when you treat music as only math, you're missing the point of artistic expression. Music isn't just math and it isn't just emotion. It's the beautiful collision of the two. Some players lean head, some players lean heart. And the art itself lives in the intention. And maybe guys like Tim and other similar players have that intention. And maybe they're just trying to push boundaries for the sake of pushing boundaries. And maybe it's both. But if it's just, hey, look what I can do, then that feels technically dazzling but emotionally shallow. In short, you don't need to love or agree with Polyphia or Tim Henson or that general approach to guitar to respect the hustle, but you're absolutely valid in saying this just doesn't move me, and that matters more to me than innovation for innovation's sake.